world. Thanks for the call. See, I have atheist listeners, so don't accuse me of creating intercommunity tension between myself and atheists. If I reach Let's hear Harvard professor Henry Louis Gates himself on his arrest. Let's hear this.
I'm outraged. I shouldn't have been treated this way, but it makes me so keenly aware of how many people every day experience abuses in the criminal justice system.
Oh, shut up. What? You see what happens here? You see what happens here? You scratch the surface of the civility, and you know what you have underneath it? Al Sharpton. Underneath every Henry Louis Gates Jr. at Harvard, there's an Al Sharpton waiting to come out. I don't know how the cops take this. I just don't know. Look what they have to fill out. You ever see a police report like this? Every incident, they have to spend an hour filling out an encyclopedia to make sure some verminous lawyer doesn't sue them and they don't lose their job or go to jail and lose their pension. Who would take this job? How are you going to get honest young men to take a job like this if you continue to harass them? The answer is you won't. So you wind up with corrupt cops. You wind up with a Mexico situation. That's where we're going. Precisely because of this kind of behavior on the part of the lawyers, the Henry Louis Gates Jr., and the Marxist medias, the Marxists in the media. I got a sore throat already. It's only not even an hour into the show. Who's got the best call up there? Who's the best caller of all of them right down there? This is a hot day. This is like made for radio. And by the way, before I go to the kidneys and the Henry Louis Gates and the cop thing, I had a dream last night. Please indulge me. It was so shocking. It woke me up. Now, you know what I'm going through with England. I'm not going to cry on your shoulder. I got myself into it, and with your help, I'll get myself out of it, okay? Here's the dream. I'm walking in a windstorm. I mean a windstorm that could blow you over. The trees are bending. It's almost blowing me over. I'm lost. I'm trying to get home. And where I am trying to get is a typical U.S. street, beautiful street lamps, Elm Street, USA. And I'm trying to find my way home to Elm Street, USA. The storm is blowing real heavy. Lightning is flashing. I think I better hide under a tree. I better get down and lay down. And then I think to myself, no, don't lay down, because the minute you lay down, you're never going to continue on this march. You're never going to get home. You got to keep walking. So I say, don't you remember as a child in New York when the winters were severe, how much you loved the wind? And instead of walking into the wind, what you did was you walked with your back to the wind. And that's what I remembered. So I said, don't lay down when the wind is hitting you. I wake up, as in my dream, a white lightning is flashing in the middle of this windstorm. And I say to myself, what the heck was that dream? The immediate first thought was Washington crossing the Delaware when his boat almost capsized. And had that boat capsized, had Washington given up, it would have allowed the British to suppress the revolution. The U.S. would not have been created. We would have remained a colony, subjects, not citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you something. God's hand is involved in everything that I am going through right now. You don't have to believe it. All that's important is that you know that I believe it. All you got to know is that I believe it. It doesn't matter whether you do. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to understand that I believe me. I'm not asking you to join me in my belief. I'm not asking you to give me a halo. I am telling you that I believe that what I am going through with this English ban and the attempt to squash me and free speech, at the end of the day, it's going to expose the labor socialist government as being, well, let's say that component, that cell of the labor socialist government, that particular cell as being quasi-fascist. Wait until you see what you find in there. So there's much more at stake than me, and I'm going to remind you of something else. Do you remember I told you in the first or second grade in PS 48 in the Bronx, I'm not an artist, but I did a drawing of Washington crossing the Delaware, and I got so into it, all I saw were the waves, and I kept drawing the blue waves, and I don't remember anything but painting the blue waves, painting. When I got through, the teacher said, that's great, and she made me walk around the whole school, and she said, here's Michael. He drew a painting of George Washington crossing the Delaware. I've never painted another picture since. I was moved by that. I have no idea why. I think that fate is operating. I think I am simply in God's hands. Something's here.
Savage. Michael Savage.
Afternoons 3 to 7.
On Talk 910 KNEW.
And online at 910KNEW.com.
If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work.
Hi, this is Cheng Wang's Organic Organ Depot. Need a kidney? No problem. You need a cornea? No problem. Skin transplant? No problem. Ears, lungs, eyes, whatever. We got them. Think Cheng Wang's Organic Organ Depot for the cleanest in organs. If you would like an especially clean pair of kidneys, we've got the gal just for you. Meet Wan Fu. She's 19 years of age, has never drunk, never smoked cigarettes. Her crime? She was caught reading the United States Constitution. She is scheduled for execution sometime during the next 6 months, and we at Cheng Wang's Organic Organ Depot can arrange a clean pair of kidneys from this young lady. Come and see Cheng Wang's booklet of innocent, clean prisoners for your selection process immediately. Now dial 1-800-GO-ORGAN. That's 1-800-GOORGAN to get Cheng Wang's Organic Organ Depot. This month we have a special. Buy 2 kidneys, get a spleen free. Buy 2 lungs, get a heart free. Buy some skin, we'll throw in the hair. Buy 2 corneas, we'll throw in a nose. Again, 1-800-GO-ORGAN. Cheng Wang's Organic Organ Depot. For the organ in your future. I did that in 1996, 97, when there was a big scandal about organs being harvested from innocent prisoners in China. Of course, today the focus is upon a different group of individuals smuggling in organs from Israel, and so I thought I would replay the 1-800-GO-ORGAN piece because it's one of my favorites. And here we are, 1-800-449-8255. To me, the other big issue is Obama calling the policeman stupid in Cambridge. I read the police report. There's no question in my mind that Gates Jr. is the man who caused the altercation. He didn't like that the police officer either didn't know who he was or wouldn't acknowledge who he was, and so he started to mouth off to the cop. He got disorderly. He got arrested, and then he screamed all of a sudden he was disabled and he would faint and needed a cane. I mean, he got every racket coming this way to Sunday. Are you kidding me? He got the big professorship. He got the free house. He's got the handicap job. He's got the racism card. What else does he need? I think the cop responded perfectly. And I'll tell you right now, if the cop is attacked and has to defend himself, you know who'll be there for him. Many of you have been there for me. I will be there for him. I have defended police in the past. I've defended the Marines in the past who were unfairly accused. I defended Ramos and Campion who are unfairly accused, and I'm going to defend this officer with dollars if need be. Okay, so that's it. He's got friends here in the Savage Nation. We don't know him. He doesn't know me. I don't need anything from him. I only want the truth to come out. The fact of the matter is, by reading the police report, it turns out that Gates' house had been broken into before. The neighbor saw 2 black men trying to force their way into the house. She didn't know if they were black. She didn't know if they were white. She didn't know if they would belong there or didn't. If he was so well known, why would his own neighbor call the police? Was she also a racist too? Maybe she knew his house had been broken into before. So she calls the cops. He tries to do his job right away. It's a racial experience. Here comes Al Sharpton right off Fox News, where O'Reilly's having dinner with him somewhere, and right away racism. Everything's racism. So if you want to talk about that, you can. If you want to talk about Obama, let's listen to Obama, what he had to say.
Race remains a factor in the society. That doesn't lessen the incredible progress that has been made. I am standing here as testimony to the progress.
But there's always more progress to be made. In other words, your wife could be president next, and your children, and whites could wind up with nothing. That would be real progress. In other words, the ultimate end of this progress is that all whites wind up working on a plantation. Is that the ultimate end of the progress? You know, there's a point at which you got to start pushing back at this bull crap and say enough is enough with this race garbage. Take it and shove it. I don't care if you're the president of the universe. The man standing there, the president of the United States, elected not because he cured polio, not because he cured cancer, not because he invented anything, not because he saved anything, not because he built anything, not because he met a payroll, not because he built a business, but because he knew how to work the system. The man yanked the chain of the white liberal for the time he was in Punahou High School. Old Barry Obama learned early on how to yank the chain of the good libs in Hawaii, in Honolulu. Look where he got. But it's still not far enough. Oh, no. There's progress. But to a progressive, there is no such thing as ultimate progress. Just as to an infomaniac, there's never enough sex. So to a progressive, there's never enough progress. You can mark that one down in bronze. Hiya, New York. WOR, go ahead, please.
Hi. By the way, my name's Chaya, which means life-giving. I happen to be a kidney matchmaker. I donated a kidney myself, and since I wanted to do more, I now have a project to help other people who are in desperate need of a kidney. And my brother donated a kidney as well. And if anybody contacts me, I've made kidney matches. Nobody gets paid.
But Hiya, wait. What? I understand that you're a good person. This is amazing. What do you think about the rabbis involved in the kidney trade?
I think it's terribly shocking, but you know what? I'm in touch with many people in the Orthodox Jewish communities and Hasidic communities who have donated kidneys to strangers, and nobody's taken any money. So this is just one person, maybe in a thorn in the bush.
All right, good to know. Very good to know. Thank you very. What's the name of your group?
Well, if they go to donateakidney.net, they can get to my website, or savealifedonateakidney.com.